sure I'm close with the juniors also, but just,
le classifiche ma non ci sono? Non ci sono le classifiche.
No, si tienen problemas en todos los links.
Però ce li ho qua, i match. No, ho i match qua, quindi posso parlare comunque dei match. Infatti. Facciamo un'intervista e poi ti chiedo direttamente. I start, okay? Introducing him.
Yes,
Ola.
okay. No.
Is it? Good morning, everybody. We are here with a very special super guest and a very good guy and one of my best friends, which is Ola Rimstedt. Welcome, Ola. How are you?
thank you very much. I'm good.
Okay, so we have guested also your sister here, and the first question I want to ask is, how is it to play with like your whole family here? Because you are two pairs of brothers and sisters. How do you feel about it?
I enjoy to travel all around the world with my sister, with my sisters, and with my family. It's exciting to do the same thing. We have the same common interest on this high level.
So I've been knowing your sisters for quite a long time. I met them the first time in Thailand. It was 2006. That's probably when they more like started to play for the national team. Did you start playing because they were playing?
It was a common. It was an interest we had in our family. It's been going on for generations, and we fell for it whenever the sisters were playing. Our parents were playing, even grandfathers, grandparents. So it was. We really fell for bridge. It's a really good game.
Fernando, you wanted to ask Ola something?
Yes, hello to everybody. You was junior since a few moments. How do you find the transition to the open category?
The bridge is it's much better, of course, in the open. You can rely on your opponents much more when you're playing in the open category, and I'm getting along with more people in the open category, like everybody who's playing open. Sure, I'm also getting along very good with the juniors, but it's much more exciting playing in the open. It's more, yeah, people are looking more in the open category, and it's really fun. I enjoy it.
Your partner is your twin.
My twin brother, yes.
How is to play with your brother?
It is an adventure every time, every match. But I mean, it's of course an advantage that we've been learning bridge the same way. We think alike most of the time, but of course we have we're not thinking alike all the time, and it gets very. It doesn't look very good. We're screaming at each other. It happens, but it's always fun to play. We can solve our
Questions,
problems.
yeah.
Who was your bridge mentor? That for the way made a very good job.
He's been doing a very good job. At the very first, it was our dad and our sisters. They've been doing a very good job, like teaching us the basics and see us grow. We are here. But most of the time when we're playing the juniors, it's been Pio Sunderlin. He's been a very good mentor, and he's still going on with the juniors. I am very pleased to have had him as a mentor. It's been a pleasure.
Do you won some tournaments in the junior category?
I've won a couple of tournaments in the junior category. I'm a twice junior world champion. I'm a twice, I think, European champion, counting pairs and teams. That's about it.
You had a very good year this year. Can you say us what you won this year?
I've been winning in the junior category. I've been winning the European Junior Championship in Slovakia a couple of weeks ago. I also won a couple of national events in Sweden.
Well, not a couple. You were like a Swedish champion and also Nordic champion, which is not just a couple.
so
It's
easy.
very important.
Yeah, okay, we also won the Nordic championship in wherever it was played again. I forgot.
Yeah, but it's quite a good result, I
It
think.
is. Yeah, I enjoy to win. That's never getting tired of it
With the neighbors.
with the neighbors.
And how was that you and your brothers pick up in the team? You have a trial or you have a captain, non-player selector?
We don't have a trial for the Bermuda Bowl or the European Championships. Then we have a captain who selects the team. For the other events like the Nordics and other events that we are being invited to, then it's more a trial, or even then it can be a selection by the captain. But most of the time it's just individual selection by our captain and coach.
If you had to pick like your dream team, like the world is just one country, there are no countries, there are no flags, there are no nationality, what would your dream team be?
That is an interesting question. First of all, I would change my partner.
And
That's a very good answer.
who will choose?
Dream partner, I think, would be. I'm actually not sure. I'm very fond of the Italian style, so I'm thinking maybe Agustin Madala. Sure, he's from Argentina, but still playing for the Italian team, and he also plays Italian style. So I'll probably pick Agustin Madala.
And in the other table?
At the table, I think I would have the most fun if I play with Geir and Tour. So that Helnes and Helgemo, that is. So that would be really enjoyable. And the other pair, I haven't really.
The third pair.
Third pair, sure. I haven't really thought of that, but if I would think of someone that crossed mind right now, it would be Laura Versace, because they are just simply the best.
Yeah, a very like not lucky team, like a very random one. Eh?
Yeah, a little random. Of course, I wanna have some fun as well when I'm playing. So maybe I was gonna pick a couple of friends too. But if I wanna pick my absolute dream team, those would be the 5.
So you're a junior. I want to ask you something because I'm not a professional bridge player. How can you cope with your social life and your usual life during the whole year and being a professional bridge player?
It is an adventure, actually. When you're playing a professional bridge, it really depends how many events you're playing in a year. Sometimes, I mean, if you're looking at my schedule, this summer has been a nightmare. I haven't been free like even a week this summer. But during the winter, you have much more free time. So you have to adapt to your schedule most of the time. It's actually not a problem. It's just sometimes it's very stressful. Sometimes you can rest a bit.
Fernando, you have a last question
Yes.
for Ola?
You start to play in USA. How are you doing there?
We've been doing quite all right, I think. We're not doing the best, but we haven't had a very dreadful tournament yet. It's been okay. It's been good. Of course, there can be bad tournaments where we climb up to the top, but it's something you have to work on. There will be more opportunities.
Okay, we return in a few minutes.
Yeah, but Sandra, before, can we see the lineup for this match? It's gonna be France against Monaco, which is gonna be a very tough match. And in the open room, we have Jérôme Romeau et François Combescure, et Pierre Zimmermann et Franck Moulton. And in the closed room, we have Thomas Bessis, Frédéric Volker, et Helge Moelne. So your partners, Ola. Do you think this is gonna be a tough match for them?
I think this is gonna be a tough match, but both for the French and for the players from Monaco, this is gonna be a very good match.
So you playing against who?
This match we're playing against Bangladesh.
So you have your chance to get on the top of the ranking, right?
Well, we hope so. We can't underestimate any teams.
That's very,
Okay.
very nice. Thank you very much,
We'll return soon.
and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Voilà, un coup de carreau en camouflant le roi.
Just looking at a few of the screens, they haven't all been up, but nobody's bid and made for spades yet. Yes, one table, Egypt against Australia in the Venice Cup. I think that's the only one. So one, the North went up with the Queen of Hearts, played another diamond forcing dummy, declare a rough to heart. I've got to say it looks attractive to run the 10 of clubs at this stage. Marek and Michelle?
Yeah, I think that probably maybe I'm not sure what are the leads of North-South. Maybe 10 of diamonds could be led also from King 10-9 force. I will check in convention card, but if not, then Ace of clubs at South hand should be obvious for a declarer.
Well, he doesn't. He's assuming the Ace of Hearts is on side when they didn't lead a heart.
Yes, 10 could be led also from King 10-9 according to the convention card of Combescure Rimbaud.
Bon, il va jouer un coup de trèfle. Alors il sait que Sud a une dizaine de points à cause du cubide à deux trèfles. Mais c'est pas clair, il ne sait pas très bien où est le roi de carreau. Mais sans doute, un argument, c'est qu'avec valet de cœur troisième et roi 19 de carreau quatrième, Sud aurait peut-être entamé cœur. Tandis qu'avec as valet de cœur troisième et 19 de cœur quatrième, 19 de carreau quatrième, et il aurait entamé à coup sûr le 10 de carreau.
Yes, yes. Now even if he will play the Jack of Spades and South will cover with the Queen, he will not be able to make the contract.
Oui, oui. La salle nous dit qu'effectivement, il y a une petite fausse manœuvre. Il fallait couper le carreau avec le 9 de pique.
It'll still be a pretty brave South that covers the Jack of Spades.
Le 9 de pique, ça lui permettait de jouer le valet de pique en gardant la main. Voilà. Voilà, il peut tenter le valet de pique. Il peut tenter le valet de pique, parce que ça m'étonnerait qu'avec la dame troisième, on couvre. Mais bon. Enfin, c'est possible puisqu'il sait qu'il suffit de compter les rentrées. il s'est décidé. Pique, le roi, voilà, il n'avait pas d'autre solution que les piques de 2.
Yes, spades 2-2 solves the problem of the declarer. So I think it was main reason to play spade to the king, and the finesse of the queen still leaves some problems to solve.
Voilà, et Multon va se pencher sous l'écran pour lui dire mais tu pouvais pas couper du 9 de pique.
Declarer's in a little bit of bother now because he's going to have to rough that diamond with his last trump, and he's only got one more club trick to get. I think he's 3 down. Maybe?
Voilà. Quelques IMP, 140 et 50, 5 IMP pour la France.
7, as Michel said, 7 imps to
7.
France. 150 and 140. He was 3 down.
3 down, ah oui.
He ran out of trumps. Something more interesting. 5 hearts doubled in the closed room. 2 down. Sacrificing against 4 spades, not vulnerable. Which probably would have had its challenges, to be honest. Don't see 4 spades making, with trumps 4-0 and the clubs all offside. Closed room, it went 1 spade west, pass a spade, double by north, 3 hearts by east, presumably some sort of spade raise, pass, 4 spades west, 5 hearts by north, and that got doubled.
In closed room, 3 hearts was probably a mixed raise.
Yeah.
Here, Multon opened 2 spades, which shows spades and a minor.
What strength?
Spades and a minor.
What strength?
Under
Opening bid, right. So his absolute maximum for his bid.
But in third hand, it's a sensible choice, surely.
Yep. 3 clubs.
Donc Franck a envie de dire 4 piques. Il va sans doute les dire sur 4 cœurs.
Very conservative action, not Val against Val, to just bid 3 spades. Do you think?
He has 4 cards in hearts, so at the moment he was not afraid of hearts. But now, situation changed.
Ou contre, hein, selon le principe, le barrage contre quand il a envie de surenchérir.
Contre.
Voilà,
Oui.
contre.
He shows absolutely
une envie de surenchérir
maximum.
et maintenant
It's a bit tough for...
Zimmerman a un problème là.
Yes, I was about to say it's a bit of a problem for Zimmerman now. On one hand, he'd like to defend, on the other, he could be being talked out of 4 spades.
I think for pass he has not enough tricks.
10 of hearts he would need.
10 of hearts, surely.
Would be a better card. Looks like he's got a heart, a spade and a diamond.
Yes, but I think that after this start, even if Zimmerman will beat 4 spades, the final contract will be 4 spades doubled. North-South will not be tempted to go to the 5 level after such a slow start.
Donc pour passer, oui, voilà, il n'a pas assez pour passer. Hein.
Southby possibly thinking of doubling?
Oui, il y a un jeu fort en face, donc il veut surtout empêcher son partenaire de surenchérir. Voilà.
We really love the music, but could you turn it off, please? Thank you.
Donc Multon est plutôt content. Hein. Roi de pique placé et les carreaux 3-3, il emballe.
Five hearts just has gone down 3 times a couple of times in doubled. USA won against Netherlands, or Netherlands against USA went minus 800.
Ah, il réfléchit, il y a peut-être, il peut défausser un trèfle. Il peut défausser un trèfle pour empêcher, pour obliger Nord à rejouer.
If this goes one down like it has in a lot of places, that would be 12 imps to France. Give them a handy 19 imp lead after the
Voilà.
first 2 boards.
Donc c'est à Nord de rejouer et il n'a pas un retour facile là. Hein. Roi de cœur, c'est pas bon pour lui. As de trèfle non plus et Dame de carreau. Il sait qu'il tombe dans la couleur secondaire de Multon. Donc c'est à Jérôme de réfléchir.
I think what Michelle just said is it's pretty hard for North now to find a switch. Queen of Diamonds is the best. I think the only bad card for North is the Ace of Clubs. Everything else, even the King of Hearts, is probably not that bad.
Donc Rombaud sait que le déclarant est 5-5-3-0 quasiment sûr. Voilà, la dame de carreau, bravo Jérôme.
Well worked out.
Il va sans doute jouer la dame de pique pour vérifier que les atouts sont bien 4-0. Il connaît déjà 7 cœurs en or. Hein. As petit le 10, c'est certainement 7 et 2.
We can see that this board created many swings in almost matches, you know, in all categories. So
Well, me personally, I find it one of the hardest things in the game, 5 over 4 or 5 over 5. Very hard to judge often.
So we know that 5 level belongs to the opponents, but as the bidding went in a closed room, North couldn't, in practice, couldn't do anything else. He could try one spade to beat 4 hearts immediately, followed by eventual double, but it wouldn't show the power of his hand. So it was the only way I can bet that if here East would beat 4 spades immediately after double, also the final contract would be 5 hearts. The question is if it would be doubled or not.
One of the problems is that he can be called for 5 hearts and they could be called for 4 spades. He has no way of knowing. So de Cler has lost one trick, the ace of hearts. When he roughs this diamond, the defence will have a guaranteed second trick and 2 club tricks to go with it. In shoot, 12 imps to France, who'll lead 19-0.
Donc,
Closed room, east-west vulnerable, south of dealer. 1 spade from south, 2 club overcall from west, 3 clubs by north, 3 hearts south, 4 spades. In practice, you might want to be in 3 no trumps with if you knew the ace king of diamonds were on side.
Bon, on peut aussi dire 300 atout avec la main de nord. Mais bon, il faut...
Canada, Italy in the Venice Cup.
Pardon,
sorry, Canada, Italy in the Venice Cup, the score's on the wrong side. It's been scored to west. Kiko, if you could get it checked, please.
Voilà, cubide. Oui, il est obligé de faire un cubide et pas de conclure tout de suite parce qu'il peut y avoir des gros jeux en face.
Funnily enough, the best result you can get on this hand is to double them in 2 clubs. That goes for around 800.
In old good times, North could double 2 clubs.
In ancient times.
In ancient times, yes.
Je crois qu'il a dit 300 atouts, je vois mal. Ah, 4 trèfles.
No, 3 no trumps with queen 13 diamonds only would not be safe, I think.
Does anyone want to believe that in the Venice Cup, Italy passed this hand in? That probably needs checking also. Ace King of Diamonds certainly won't have bothered to declare it too much. You won't now need to take the club finesse. And that'll be a flat board.
Un contrat de 4 cœurs à 7 atouts atteint en est-ouest qui ont...
Play after a trump lead would be interesting in 4 hearts. Declarer would have to play ace of spades and the spade and play dummy reversal, which is a very rare case when you play on 7 trumps divided 4-3.
Donc bon coup chez B6 Volker qui ont évité 300 atouts pour trouver le contrat de 4 cœurs à 7 atouts.
I would regard 620 as an excellent score to come back to my table with.
Surely.
So in the closed room, it was a club lead to the 9, a second club, and a spade switch, which declare a duct. Spade continuation won the ace. Heart to the queen, heart to the ace.
Yes, but the club ruff is
Club
the
ruff with the
trick.
king, and that was the end of that.
Yeah, because then the declarer has a 4 hearts trick in a long hand. Club ruff is a 5, 4 diamonds and ace of spades. But after trump lead, declarer cannot manage
A club ruff.
club ruff, so he has to start from ace of spades and a spade.
Donc là, un carreau, un cœur, un sans atout, Zimmermann n'a pas trop de raison de ne pas dire 3 sans atout. Voilà, il fait un relais forcing manche à 2 carreaux. Bon. Ça veut dire qu'il y pense. Hein, quand on a des beaux cœurs, quand on a une belle quatrième, le contrat à 7 atouts est toujours possible. Il est fité carreau. Voilà. Et s'il n'y a pas l'arrêt trèfle, il peut envisager un autre contrat. Bon. Voilà, il a laissé la porte ouverte au contrat de 4 cœurs. Bon.
If this should happen to go down, that would be 31 imps on the first 4 boards.
If there were no club beat in east-west sequence which opponents could double, it's hard to see how they could avoid 3 no trumps. Maybe the bidding, the sequence used by Zimmermann shows some doubts if no trump is the dream. Is what I dream about, because he could beat 3 no directly after 1 no trump. But the question is if Moulton with a queen second in clubs should remove it to 4 hearts or not.
So I'll ask again, any French supporters in the room? No, okay. 31-0, just in case you haven't seen it.
Bon.
And if you missed that, Mr. Moulton's slamming the screen down. Now shaking his head. And the screen's closed and he's still giving a lesson. It's amazing. Area. I'm not sure who he's talking to exactly.
Maybe there is something like a mirror on the screen.
Giving himself a lesson? I don't think so. Okay, closed room, 1 heart east, a no trump overcall by south, 3 no trumps by north, 4 of hearts lead, and that was 11 tricks.
So declarer had to guess the club's position.
So it was heart to the jack and king, queen of spades, ace of spades, a club to the ace, king of spades, cash of spade. And it doesn't say what happened after there, but once he knew.
Yeah, from the scores of all championships, we can see that on this level, declarers are familiar to the rule of restricted choice.
Bon, même séquence en salle ouverte. Donc le problème est de prendre la dame de trèfle. Ça devrait être fait, puisque c'est les probabilités. En plus du fait de la dissymétrie, puisque Est a déjà 5 cœurs, ça augmente la probabilité du valet sec pour dame troisième. Ce que je ne comprends pas, c'est pourquoi on fait que 660. 6 et 4, 10 et 1, 11. Ah oui, 660.
So there's a little bit more to the inference than that, and that is that he's got Jack third of spades, which you find out about, and ace queen jack to 5 hearts, and he's opened the bidding. If he had ace of diamonds and queen jack of clubs, he would have opened a no trump with 15 perhaps, depending on their style with 5-4.
Bon, il joue les piques d'abord pour en savoir plus. Bon, testons les piques.
I'm going to have a fairly substantial bet that Declarer will get this right.
Bon, il n'a rien appris sauf qu'ils étaient 3-3. Donc, il va jouer les probabilités. Voilà, c'est fait.
Okay, closed room, east-west full, east the dealer, east opened a diamond, double, a heart, a spade by north, 2 clubs by east, second suit, 3 clubs, and that was the end of the auction, and they made exactly 110.
Here South didn't found the takeout double after 1 diamond in his hands, as Helgemo did.
You left out one word, aggressive takeout double.
Multon va dire 2 cœurs, j'imagine.
Mind you, it's interesting that Helness only bid 1 spade on his 8 count when partner made a takeout double.
What else?
This is the philosophy
Could be 2 spades
of not,
to show values.
of not penalizing your partner for light actions.
Correct.
Yes, take out double warned west of not making the invitational beat in hearts, which Moulton made here. In fact, it is more difficult to lose only 4 tricks in a hard contract than in clubs.
Donc Thomas Bessis a réussi un contrat de 3 trèfles acrobatiques en salle fermée. Et là, il semble y avoir 5 levées, 5 perdantes naturelles à 3 cœurs.
Very few people have made 3 hearts. Percentage play of running the 9, which works out well for him.
North can duck it after clear 10 of diamonds. North-South play natural count, I think.
Donc laissé passer par carreau le roi, laissé passer. Bien joué. Parce qu'il y a qu'un jeu de raccourcissement qui permettrait à Moulton de ne pas perdre 3 levées de cœur. Donc là, je crois qu'il peut plus jouer de raccourcissement.
Declare is reasonably well placed now.
Voilà, Moulton a reniflé As-Roi 10 de cœur 4e en sud. Explication raisonnable du 9 de cœur qui fait la levée. Et il me semble que Combescu aurait dû couvrir le 9 du 10. Mais bon.
If he roughs with a 10 of hearts, he's going to force Declarer to have to pick the club suit, which is what's happened.
Ah oui, voilà. Bien joué, Moulton. Oui, il présente les carreaux, donc ça va être dur pour...
If he runs a 10 of clubs, he'll lose a diamond, 2 hearts and 2 clubs.
No, he can play a club to the queen and follow with the diamond.
Sure, but that won't work if the ace is in the south hand.
Yes, but if South is known with ace king of hearts and queen of spades, so it's in view of his pass after 1 diamond, it's
Almost
it looks like Wood North has ace of clubs.
I may have to apologise to our French audience because it looks like Monaco will get 1 imp on this board.
Donc Franck a encore le problème des trèfles. Mais comme Sud a 4 piques et 4 cœurs, il n'a pas l'as de trèfle puisqu'il est passé sur un carreau.
Well, Leclerc is backing North to have the ace of clubs. He's played a trump. They're going to play a spade, force him to rough, so there's no more trumps left, and he's just backing himself now that North's got the ace of clubs. Moving along, 6 boards played, 31 imps to 1 in favour of France. Closed room, Orval, south of dealer, south past, a diamond west, a heart east, a spade west, 2 clubs fourth suit by east, 2 no trumps, 3 no trumps, and that made just 9 tricks.
What is in French system after 4 suit? Correct bid with the west hand is 2 no trumps or 3 clubs? What would 3 clubs show?
Strong hand, I think. Donc,
strong hand.
3 trèfles sur 2 trèfles, c'est une main plus forte, je pense.
So something like 4-1, 5-3 with some 15 or more points, yeah?
Yes. Donc,
probably Zimmermann-Moulton play here some variation of of some check back where 2 diamonds is forced beat after 2 clubs.
In the closed room, it was a heart to the queen and a spade back. That gave de Cleyre 9 tricks. And in fact, when the queen of clubs dropped, he could have made 10 or 11, but he actually finessed the club at the end and was held to 9 tricks.
Donc Zimmermann se dit que Moulton à l'arrêt trèfle, plus il vient de dire 300 atout, donc il a dit 2 carreaux avec 5. Bon.
I wonder if Mr. Zimmermann gives Moulton chewing gum to chew so that he can say less to him after each hand.
Donc François Combescure doit mettre une carte sur l'entame. Comme il n'a pas de perspective de retour, s'il met la dame de cœur, il a aucune couleur à rejouer, intéressante. Il va tenter le coup avec le 9. Ce qui ne va pas arranger les choses puisqu'il a toujours rien à rejouer.
What did you say?
I say that maybe he play 9 of hearts because he doesn't what to play. And I say after 9 of hearts he doesn't either know what to play. Well,
Exactly the same play as in the closed room, except it was a low spade switch, and that gives declarer 3 spades, a hearts 4 diamonds is 8, and the ace of clubs is 9. In the closed room, he finessed into the doubleton queen of clubs, as I said, and North had a heart to cash. So in this room, they could make 3 or 5 the same way.
Bon, Multon va gagner un IMP ou deux.
I think he said he was cashing out, in which case he should
4,
make
3,
5.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, il y a 11 levés.
Yep, making 5, 2 imps to Monaco, 31 to 33, 28 the difference. Just to make it a little bit simpler, we've put the teams that are in contention on the smaller result page, so the top 10 teams are on the first result page.
In closed room, there was a chance to cash from Helnes and Helgam or something when South introduced his diamond suit. I think the bidding was 1 heart opening, 1 no trump, which basically is 15-17 or even 18 when made in defense. East made an invitational bid with a hard feet, and South tried 3 diamonds. So West with 5 diamonds preferred to declare than to defend. A rather surprising choice, I think. Probably to no trump shows the distributional race with hard feet, because otherwise East would double. But with 5 cards in nobody vulnerable, West could be tempted to double. Don't you think so?
Yep, I would be.
Donc un cœur contre sur contre. Multon n'a pas respecté le surcompte, ça signifie une main plutôt minimum, sans envie de jouer un contrat contré. Donc c'est pour ça que Zimmermann s'est contenté de 2 cœurs.
If you're French, you may want to go to the bathroom for the next board or buy a coffee. It's not going to be a particularly pleasant board for you to watch. In the closed room, 2 diamonds by east strong, pass by south, 2 hearts west, 3 clubs north, pass 4 clubs, west took a shot at 6 hearts, missing 2 aces which they cashed, and that was 1 down. Michelle and Marek, are you in favour of passing the north hand first in hand?
So,
Not Val against Val?
so here Rambo opened 2 spades, which shows either weak 2 is 6 cards in spades, or no, sorry, non-vulnerable it's 5 cards in spades and side minor suit at least 4 cards.
Convenient system.
Vulnerable they play that it is 10 to 14 points with 6 cards suit.
So what will Moulton do over 3 no trumps, do you think?
Difficult.
Très difficile, oui.
Alors, 2 piques, 5 piques et une mineure, 300 atouts chez Zimmerman. D'abord, est-ce que Convescu aura passé? Bon.
4 diamonds transfer. After 3 no trumps over call lead, better to play a double transfer. So you with hearts you beat 4 clubs, with spades 4 diamonds. Then partner can show if his 3 no trumps is good to play in hearts or not. He can make super acceptance with 4 diamonds after 4 clubs and beat merely 4 hearts if his hand is not good to play in hearts, because in this position 3 no trumps can be beat also with some long club suits and not especially good hard fit.
And they were safe anyway, because even if Moulton did bid on, he would have bid Roman key card and found out he was off 2 key cards or 2 aces. So assuming on the lead of a spade that they will make 6 for 480, that'll be 11 imps to Monaco, 31 to 14. I wonder if Mr. Zimmerman will turn around to Combescure and ask him if he would have led a spade against 6. Fini. Oh, Moulton's smiling. Wow.
Donc en salle fermée, 2 carreaux étaient un 22-23 régulier.
Closed room. All Val Easter dealer, pass, 3 hearts from west, 3 no trumps from north. On a heart lead. I can only see 8 tricks very quickly, but so in the closed room, they've made 10 tricks. And just to let you know how that happened, it was a heart lead to the king and ace, a diamond jack switch, and that killed it for the defence. They made 5 diamonds, a heart 6, 2 spades is 8, and a club's 9. Maybe a second club trick. I'm not sure about switching the jack of diamonds from jack 9, 8 to 4.
Oui, mauvaise passe. Donc en salle fermée, entame cœur, prise du roi. Et Volcker a joué le valet de carreau, qui est effectivement une carte qui bat le contrat s'il y a As-Dame en face.
We can see how bridge today differs from the ancient times, as David mentioned. In ancient times, I think nobody would open 3 hearts and with west hand, and nobody would overcall 3 no trumps with north hand after west 3 hearts opening. Here on both tables, the actions were exactly the same. We will see also if the results will be the same, which I don't think.
I can't imagine that Moulton would play the Jack of Diamonds. I think he'll just play Ace King another heart.
Ace of Hearts, il va rejouer l'As de cœur pour voir ce que son partenaire lui met. Et il décidera après.
If you change partners Queen of Spades and Ace of Clubs to Ace Queen in Diamonds, Jack of Diamonds switch is correct.
Voilà l'As de cœur. Regardons la défausse de Zimmermann.
One of my very early bridge lessons, Marek, was not to play partner for perfect cards either in the bidding or the defence.
So, but it was the first lesson, not the play in World Championships.
No, I know.
When here the second 10 of diamonds in dummy is very tempting. Particularly to show that you have read some books.
Alors il tient un 5, le 5 de trèfle ou le 5 de carreau?
Zimmerman thinking about what to discard.
Voilà, le valet de carreau. Valet de carreau ou valet de cœur? Oui.
Yes, he switched the Jack of Diamonds also.
Voilà, c'est normal. Un petit trèfle en face, il rejoue le valet de carreau.
That's why they're playing and I'm not, obviously.
Bon.
So, all things being equal, the score will stand at 31-16.
Voilà. Regardons le jeu de Zimmermann, mais pourquoi tu ne me jettes pas le 3 de carreau?
Moving along, board 27, closed room, Nilval South Adela, South Open 2 no trumps.
About the previous board, we can say that if 2 world-class grandmasters made the same play, obviously it's the correct one.
Correct. 3 clubs inquiry north, 3 hearts south, 3 no trumps north.
No majors. North-South pair plays probably modern version of Puppet Steinman, where 3 hearts response shows neither 4 cards nor 5 cards in major. 3 diamonds shows 1 or 2 major 4 carders, 3 spades 5 cards in spades, 3 no trumps 5 cards in hearts. And 3 hearts beat allows North to beat 3 spades if he has 5 spades and 4 hearts. If you do not use this treatment, some pairs play that 2 no trumps, 3 no trumps shows game going hand with 5 spades, 4 hearts, which I regard as a very dangerous beat.
Seven of spades lead creates entry in dummy. player in the closed room is going to... Helgamo will be going one down. The defence makes 2 spades. A heart and 2 clubs, I think it looks like.
Donc l'ouverture de 2 cœurs de Combescure, c'est un jeu régulier, fort ou un 2 faible en mineur. Voilà. Et on est revenu...
Same lead, 7 of spades. Can't see many tables likely to make 3 no trumps, I must be honest. Argentina against Bulgaria in the Bermuda Bowl, played 4 no trumps. 3 no trumps went 3 down, India against Pakistan in the seniors.
Bon, quelle couleur jouer? Carreau, carreau, il y a une rentrée au mort maintenant, donc il peut essayer de jouer les carreaux 3-3.
2 down the closed room.
No, down 1. 2 down, sorry.
Les carreaux 3-3. On peut aussi essayer d'affranchir les trèfles. Si le 9 est troisième, on fait 3 levées de trèfle. On fait 9 levées, il y a 9 levées.
We can see Ralph Tacky playing north. He is the WBF photographer.
Voilà. Peut-être qu'il essaye de faire un calcul de probabilité entre carreau 4-3, carreau 3-3, 36%, ou le 9 de trèfle troisième et les trèfles 4-3. Oui, on peut aussi effectivement remonter au mort pour jouer trèfle 8, oui, mais c'est pas très différent et ça bouffe une rentrée et l'adversaire peut affranchir les carreaux ou les piques. Si je remonte à carreau et que les carreaux sont 4-2, l'adversaire a franchi 2 carreaux, a 2 levées de trèfle à faire et l'as de cœur. Donc voilà, c'est plutôt, il a joué quoi, roi de trèfle de la main.
Yep. Playing the king of clubs would have been my move. You want to try and get 3 clubs, 2 diamonds is 5, 3 spades 8 and a heart's 9. Looks like your best chance.
Franck est assez étonné de cette deuxième levée. Il se demande pourquoi c'est l'intérêt du déclarant de jouer une couleur où il lui manque As-Dame 9. Donc une réponse possible, c'est qu'il a Roi-Valet 10 et qu'il essaye d'affranchir sa 9e. Ce qui lui ferait As-Dame de carreau 3e, Roi-Valet 10 de trèfle. Voilà, c'est une hypothèse. Et avec une faiblesse à cœur, mais est-ce que c'est possible qu'il ait une faiblesse à cœur? Bon, voilà.
Continue spades. Won by the king. Jack of clubs probably will come next. He has the Jack of clubs out of his hand at the moment. Drop it. Yes. Okay. So that was ducked by Moulton. Six of clubs, 9. So Moulton's hand's dead, although Combescure doesn't know that. He'll probably end up playing another club to try and set up his long club. C8 tricks for declarer, whatever East discards. You can play a diamond for Jack, Ace of diamonds, King of hearts, and just give East 3 heart tricks, and East will have to give him a diamond at the end. Yep, as suspected, he played
Okay.
at club and.
Va. Hello everybody, I'm here with Fernando. We'll try to comment what's happening this round 14. We see at the first two tables the two USA teams, USA 1 and USA 2, winning exactly with the same advantage against the two opponents, but there is a little difference, that USA 1 is winning against Netherlands, while USA 2 is winning against Mexico. So I think it's not so good for USA 2, but for USA 1 is a very good result. What do you think, Fernando?
I think that we have very strange result here. France recovered the top of the list. Sweden is in the second place, very comfortable, and we have a strange result, Guadalupe against Italy. What do you think?
I don't know, it's a very unexpected result, because in the previous match Italy won against USA 2, and so I really wouldn't expect a result like this. But now Italy is still in the 7th position, and with 14 points ahead than the 9th, which is Monaco, that is losing with France and is out again from the best 8.
Remember that we were talking about New Zealand. New Zealand is united.
Yes, it's still very close. It's still there. What's doing now? New Zealand
is gaining 12 games against Egypt.
Against Egypt, which was another good team. Now, if Sandra will switch to Venice Cup, we can see that here, in my opinion, the most... Sandra, can you go to Venice Cup? Oh, sorry, it's there. So, and here the most interesting match was the one between, in my opinion,
Sweden.
Poland. Sweden was against Morocco, so
yes,
it was not so difficult for them. While
6 teams in 10 balls is a lot.
Yeah, there were two teams in the first 8 playing one against the other, were Russia and Poland, and they're almost a push, the 35-31. While Argentina is now losing against Chinese Taipei. Argentina was in a very good position, was 11th.
But they are losing 16 games in 9 balls.
Yes, so it's not a good result for Argentina. And
the other team that is not playing as usual is France.
Yes, it's really strange that France, playing in France, which we know that is advantage, not because direct. In every sport is kind of advantage to play home, and I wouldn't expect such a result by France. But maybe they have all the chance to recover. And let me
now
say
he's playing again USA 2.
Yeah, which seems not to be.
USA 2 is in the 15th place.
Yes, so. Italy is winning by a lot against Canada, 37-1. So,
but Canada is not so strong. They are in 20 position.
But still, even after this, Argentina, Italy are more almost
Australia.
20 points back from Israel, which is in the 8th place. Now let's see something about Dorsey Trophy.
France and USA 2.
Yeah, France and USA 2, they are making a different tournament. I mean, they are both going their way, and I thought that Turkey-Poland would have been a match in which they would have risked the maximum. On the contrary, they are almost.
Well, Argentina is in an expectation place.
That's what I want you to say. At the end, we have good news for Argentina that is winning against Israel, which is not.
It's a directed match because
Israel
Israel is in the 8th
position, and Argentina, if Argentina could make even a little better, could go really very close to Israel or even past them.
They are winning 19 games in 8 balls.
Yeah, so
not so bad.
It's not so bad at all. USA 1 and USA 2 and play one against the other, but is a match which not such a story because they are both qualified, in my opinion. Don't you think so, Fernando?
Yes, I think that both will qualify. The strange result in the match South Africa against Austria. Austria is doing very, very well.
Yeah, Austria is doing very, very well. In fact, is in the 6th position, and South Africa is not very well done. It's not well, Fernando. Do you think we have to say? I think we have to say that while we are here in another room of this building, there are the votation for the election of the new or the not new president of the World Bridge Federation.
Well, we will keep to everybody informed. We haven't results.
No, we haven't results yet.
It's secret, but when we have a final result, we will tell to everybody.
Can you just explain how is the form?
It's very simple. It's like the Pope elections. The candidate need to have 75% of the votes. That means 16 votes. So if any candidate
out of 21, how many?
Of 20.
20.
If any candidate arrive to 15 votes, the member of the council still voting, since still they arrive at a positive results.
But could there be another solution? For example, that they postpone because they cannot reach this.
Is an alternative accord with the statute, but I think that today we have a new president.
You think today?
Yes.
Okay. I don't ask
today.
you who do you think is going to be the new or the not new president.
The new or the not new.
Let's remember that Gianni Corona is one candidate. I say,
and the other candidate is Ipsobri,
which is
president.
The ABL president.
So
there is a third candidate or not?
I think that I don't know. We have a third candidate is Alvin Lemmy from USA.
From USA. Okay, but
the favorites are Ibs and Sanarigo.
So the battle between France and Italy.
France and yes, as usual.
Okay, thank you you all. We'll see you soon.
We'll see before the match finish, and we have we wait to have good news for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Donc l'entame du valet de carreau est naturelle.
Jack diamonds ducked, leading declarer on table to take a losing spade finesse. King Another diamond through, so the defence will make. One spade, two diamonds is 3, two hearts is 5 for the defence. And that should be one down for a flat board.
Bon, un petit bout de carreau, mais il ne se passera rien. Un petit bout de carreau coupé des fosses.
Settlement's been reached. And the score remains 36-16 with 3 boards to go. Closed room, nil val, east the dealer. Pass, a diamond, a spade, 2 hearts, 4 spades by south. And that's put an end to the auction. I'm suspecting that they're too high when I look at the screen and don't see anybody above the 3 level.
Well, so it's 1-0 Trump when not vulnerable is 10-13, I think, at system of Zimmerman-Moulton.
Sans atout 10-12. Les 4 joueurs à cette table jouent le sans atout 10-12 non vulnérable.
And 4 spades is making in the closed room.
Un bon coup chez LG Moelnes parce que c'est un 4 piques sans beaucoup de matériel.
And it was the king of hearts lead, a club to the king and ace, ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, sorry, I just lost it there.
So 2 clubs is obviously Lende, showing both measures, and now the only question is if North-South will be able to reach spade game.
So in the closed room, how they made it was that declare a rough 2 hearts in dummy, and that meant that when West won the jack of clubs, they couldn't cash the losing heart, and Declarer pitched it on the long club. So Declarer made 5 spades in his hand. Ace of hearts is 6. 2 heart roughs and dummy is 8, and 2 clubs is 10 tricks.
Oui, je pense qu'on peut battre 4 piques. Il faut retenir l'as de trèfle quand le déclarant joue trèfle vers le roi.
So here 3 spades was not invitational, but rather bit showing a good fit, because invitational bit would be 2 diamonds followed by 2 or 3 spades. So North could probably see that king of diamonds doesn't look promising, so he passed.
No other table that I can see so far, and we're well ahead of the field, mind you, has bid and made 4 spades. And if they make if they make 10 tricks in spades here, that'll be 6 imps to Monaco to reduce the deficit to 14, with just 2 boards to go.
Trèfle. Donc roi dame 10 est caché là, donc c'est un peu plus dur. Ah, il coupe les cœurs, voilà.
Here is a good example of interesting counter defense against 2 clubs land. East hands is worse of trying to bite the hand in 2 hearts contract, even after 2 clubs for a majors. So it is possible to play the 2 clubs shows points after land. 2 hearts is natural to play, and 2 spades is takeouts for minors, because if you have 5 cards in spades or 6, you can pass 2 clubs, and after very probably beat of 2 hearts, you can reopen with 2 spades to play.
So this match represents the 2/3 point of the qualifying, 14th match of 21. And people now start to look at who's played whom and who's still got good teams to play and those sort of things in terms of assessing chances. But really it's only about with 4 matches to go that the field really sorts itself out heavily.
Bon. Oui, l'as de pique, il est obligé. Et il va faire 9 levées. Donc c'est un coup de 7e paix pour Monaco. Ah, plus maintenant, parce que Multon a défaussé un trèfle pour tenter de battre le contrat. Voilà, dilevé, donc 6e paix.
Board 31, North-South Vole, South the dealer, closed room, competitive auction. Club a spade, 2 hearts, 4 spades by east. Pass, 5 diamonds by north. Double, corrected to 5 hearts by south, and that got doubled. And they're still playing that hand.
Il me semble que 5 cœurs, c'est un peu élevé.
And the opening lead was the ace of spades. And if the defence just continues spades, they'll shorten declarer.
Donc ça a l'air d'être un bon coup pour la France pour le moment.
So to clubs is probably Michael showing both measures. So we'll see now if North-South will be able to find a hard contract. I doubt so.
It's always nice when the opponents prevent you getting into trouble.
Si un trèfle, 2 trèfles, c'est les majeurs. Nord-Sud vont pas jouer 5 cœurs, je pense pas.
In a closed room, it was a very interesting bidding position when 4 spades came back to North's player.
Well, he thought he was being talked out of a vulnerable game. But he's still thinking about trick 2. He's won the ace of spades against 5 hearts doubled.
Donc si c'est les majeurs, Rombaud va dire 2 carreaux sans doute.
It's my brother-in-law. Position will be heavily contested at the moment because 9th is 11 in front.
I'm checking who is playing with whom. So difficult matches.
Donc le contre... Donc on ne sait pas ce que veut dire 2 trèfles parce que...
Just a reminder that the last match today at 5:20 will be from the Bermuda Bowl and it will be Brazil-Sweden. Sweden running 2nd, Brazil running 14th.
Donc j'ai vu Zimmerman alerter le contre à 2 carreaux. Oui, ça m'étonnerait qu'il soit punitif. Il veut savoir quelle est la couleur cinquième, la majeure cinquième de son partenaire. Voilà. Alors là, il va peut-être dire 4 piques.
Closed room, Bassis against 5 hearts won the ace of spades and switched to the 9 of hearts, which got ducked.
Donc Rombaud a dit contre qu'il y a un compte d'appel à 2 piques. Et donc le 2 trèfle doit être un bicolore majeur faible. Parce que Zimmerman n'a dit que 3 piques.
Now North is in trouble. He's 11 points after partner's opening, but his main suit was stolen by the opponents.
3 spades final contract. And I don't think that'll present the defence with any problems. They do have 3 spades to take, 3 clubs or 2 clubs and a club rough. A diamond, and Declarer doesn't quite have the resources. Maybe he can get the scramble home with 9 tricks.
Alors ça se joue un peu à l'entame. L'entame as de carreau n'est pas forcément la meilleure.
Well, low diamond lead is interesting.
Ah oui, c'est joué de l'autre main. Alors là, il faut prendre 2 l'as de trèfle.
We've just overtaken the closed room. They're still
Voilà,
on
bien
trick.
joué Jérôme.
They're still on trick 3 of the same hand.
Bon, le flanc a fait 4 levées, mais je vois pas quelle autre levée il pourrait faire. Multon n'a pas mis le roi de carreau, donc qu'est-ce qu'il va pouvoir faire le roi de carreau plus tard pour jeter un cœur? Il semble qu'il lui manque une levée maintenant.
So Combescure has defended very nicely. He's roughed that low, kept the high trump for when when Declarer tries to rough the last heart. I think he'll go 1 down.
Bon, voyons combien il y a de chutes dans le. On peut voir le jeu de la carte dans l'autre salle, peut-être. sur cette donne. Alors, la 31.
Yep, one down. They're still playing the third trick of this same hand. They've been on this hand for about 15 minutes in defence at the moment. Last hand coming up, East-West Vole, West the dealer, nothing from the closed room, of course.
Maybe 31 in the other room.
They're still playing.
Yes.
They play
Five hearts double.
You can see it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Kiko, if you're there, can you switch to the closed room? Thank you. So we saw the auction. The lead went the ace of spades and a trump switch. And Declare played a second trump, which East threw away a spade, the 10 of spades. Tell partner he had diamonds, presumably. I think Declare is in a bit of bother now.
Donc Thomas B6 n'a pas fait couper le déclarant, il était à la rue, hein, sinon. Donc le retour à tout va peut-être lui permettre de gagner le contrat. Trèfle impasse. Non. Il s'est trompé de...
Oh, so the defence has won the Queen of Clubs. Declare played Ace-Jack of Clubs.
Il s'est trompé de sens, Elness. Tant mieux pour les Français. Ils ont 3 levées maintenant.
Nine of Diamonds, quite a nice card, because the minute the Ace of Diamonds is gone, the club suit's finished. So the defence has got 2 tricks and a certain Ace of Trump, so that will not make. So Monaco have gone down in both rooms.
Yeah, 5 hearts doubled, even 2 down, I think.
It looks that way.
So it will be 500.
500 plus 50, 11 imps. So we're looking at either 6 or 11 imps to to France, depending on whether it goes 1 down or 2 down. Declare is in very big trouble here, is he not, American Michelle?
Mm.
He's in dummy. He can't afford to play a heart. What can he play? He can play a club.
Diamond.
King of
Clubs.
King of club.
And another club ruffed with the 8 of hearts. Now what's he got?
No, King of club and diamond.
Diamond to the jack. Okay, that holds.
And there is another diamond to...
No,
Now if he roughs it gets over rough, dummy's finished.
No, he can throw in west.
West to play a spade.
Voilà, roi de trèfle pour jeter un carreau.
Rough with the 8 of hearts. Yep. Now, when the jack of diamonds get cashed, he's better off not roughing that with the ace of hearts, better off throwing a spade. Now he should rough that and play the king of spades, and Bassis will get another diamond for 2 down.
Yeah.
And that is 11 imps to France. 14 just became 25 imp lead. And the final board, we're watching the closed room now, is it, or the open room? Closed room. Lost.
Also North-South play mini no trump, I think, in favorable vulnerability.
Yep, 1-0 trump by North made 7 tricks in the open room. So this is the last ball we'll be watching. Sweden, Brazil from Bermuda Bowl at 5:20. Thank you to our Facebook audience for joining us for this match and anybody else watching online.
1-0 Trump was 9-13 points in a closed room. I'm sorry.
Demain 11h, Italie-Suède. Ensuite à 14h30, Hollande-Allemagne. Et à 17h20, Brésil-France.
Can I have the booklet behind your computer? There's a book. No, behind your computer. No, is that the open? No, that's the seniors. I need the open. So for those of you who are interested, who France has to play still, USA 2.
So North ventured to reopen after 1-0 Trump, and now I think North can be in troubles as they have no 8-card suit to play.
USA 2, India, New Zealand. Brazil.
In closed room there was some accident as after a lead of the club honor, defense had seven tricks, 3 clubs, 3 hearts and ace of diamonds, but North was allowed to make the contract.
Chinese Taipei, Netherlands and Sweden. So they have a few of the top teams still to play, France.
Here, after double of 1-0 Trump, Helgemo has chosen 2 spades, which was a good choice because it was difficult to double.
Donc de toute façon, en salle, dans l'autre salle, Rombaud a ouvert d'un sans atout avec le 4-4-4-1, a joué le contrat et elle a fait alors que Est-Ouest ont 7 levées de tête, à ce qui me semble.
Personally, I think that with North hand, better action would be to double 1 heart for takeouts for unbeat suits than do it in more dangerous way on 2 level.
Donc, bon, bonne entame d'El Gémeaux, atout, il peut jouer 3 tours d'atout. Donc B6 va perdre 3 piques, un carreau et un trèfle. Un chute, mais un IMP pour la France quand même.
Now East-West are vulnerable, so it will be 100, 1 down.
Si, ah oui, j'ai oublié, je m'excuse, excusez-moi, je pensais que c'était la fin de la journée. Mais il y a un match à 17h20 et c'est Brésil-Suède à 17h20. Alors, a-t-il fait une chute? Oui.
No, correct. No, North was squeezed in the ending in diamonds and hearts.
Il a gagné.
Yeah, instead king of diamonds, he should play a heart which would cut the communication. Thank you very
Septième
much.
paix, il a gagné son 3 trèfles. J'ai pas vu comment, mais bon. Bravo.